Leo, what is going on for you in 2024? I'm going to start out this reading with just a little bit. There's a couple of things I just want to bring to your attention right away. We're going to go deeper into the astrology. It's not a comprehensive astrology of next year. It's just some things you should be paying attention to. Okay. So right now we are in this time period. As I'm doing this reading, we do have Mercury going retrograde or in retrograde in Capricorn. It's going to slide back into Sagittarius. That's going to hit your 6th house and your 5th house. So there's a lot of focus here on your 6th house right now. 6th house is the house of daily routines, health and well-being, 9-to-5 job, very sort of very 3D. Okay. It's like, what is going on around me? This is how I spend my days. Okay. This is how I spend my days. So with Capricorn in that house, there can be, especially with, Pluto's transiting there. And we also have Mercury going retrograde there. That can be a lot of new information trying to come through to you. So just if you have an idea about changing your day job, you may have had a lot of transformation of your daily work since 2008. There may have been a lot of explosions, a lot of things that didn't work out, a lot of tower moments around your your 9-to-5 job. Not really your career. Your career's 10th house, and that's kind of like your reputation overall. And there could be something there too that's a Taurus house for you. So that is about what you value. Your career always has to be about what you value. But your 9-to-5 job could have had a lot of challenges with it. And so now that we have Mercury retrograde going from Capricorn into Sagittarius, I wouldn't make any fast choices because this is a messenger around those kind of parts of your life. Mercury in retrograde in that 6th house is telling you, hey, there's something that is not working for you here. Okay. And there may be something that you're missing. When it's transiting into that 5th house, it's about, in Sagittarius, it's about being aligned with your truth more and aligned with something that's creative and fun. Okay. I know you might be very interested in doing something that's good for the collective, and that's coming out later. I see that. But it's got to be creative and it's got to be fun for you. So it can't only hold power for the collective or for other people. And that's not about you're not going to get recognition for that anymore. It's going to be much more a personal satisfaction that you've got to find in your work, in your day-to-day work. So there's that one thing to look at. Pluto in Capricorn at 29 degree is in that 6th house as well. And there's a sense of a shaking of the ground that you're on. And 29 degrees of any sign is like the shadow side of that sign. It's like, before we get to Aquarius, I'm going to take my last swipe at you. Okay. So Pluto at 29 degrees in that 6th house of that 9-to-5 job, there can be a resistance toward doing anything that is fun or, creative. Like I just said, Mercury's trying to bring that into you, say, hey, it's got to be fun and creative. But with that 29 degrees Capricorn, Pluto standing there, it's like, nope, that's frivolous. That's not what my family taught me. Creative and fun isn't a real job. I think that's what's transforming for you. And it may come by way of a new long-term partner or business partner. That person may do the hard work that you have been doing, the organizational stuff and the things that maybe you don't find creative and whatever you don't find creative and fun. Because Leo, you need to be seen. And if there's nobody behind the scenes doing the work, then everything kind of like falls to pieces. So you might be, when Pluto is moving into Aquarius, that is your 7th house. This is going to be a non-traditional marriage or business partnership. Okay. So there might be somebody coming along who's like, sure, love the organizational stuff, love to be behind the scenes. I want you front and center. Okay. So that's what could be coming through. I'm going to look at the rest of your astrology for next, the highlights for 2024 coming up in the extended. I'll pull cards for each month so you can see what's going on. So let's take a look at tarot for you. What are the themes that are going to be coming out for you This can expand on that, or this can be new information. All right, so let's see what's going on for Leo. Leo, please. All right, let's see where we go. Oopsie, sorry. Knocking everything around. Okay, so release, letting go of an old way of thinking. I think you took on, we all do this, you took on some kind of belief system of your family that's really limiting you. Okay, divinity. Some of you don't believe that you have divinity within you. And psychic. Some of you are opening up to your psychic powers. I'll take a look at that with the astrology in the extended. Some of you are getting rid of a very Capricornian way of doing daily life. Okay, remember I mentioned that about your 6th house. That is your day job, how you experience your days, or how you choose to set up your days has been very kind of like rub some dirt on it. It's got to be hard if it's work. There's, kind of like very early 20th century rules around what work is. I think you might be stepping into being a healer or a psychic or a mystic of some kind. All right, so let's see, Leo. Yeah, 10 of 1. We're done with this. Okay, we're done with grinding ourselves into a fine powder. Okay, 10 of Wands, very, very much in common with Cancer. Cancer is kind of the same place. Knight of Cups. A new relationship coming in that's almost like a rescue. I don't want you thinking like someone's going to rescue you. You have to make the choice to move away from that Capricornian life. But there is a person who is going to support that in you, okay? So an ending to a chapter, big ending, because Pluto in moving into Aquarius can be there for 20 years. There's a little wobble next year, September to November 19th, and then it's back into Aquarius with Pluto for 20 years. So whatever happened earlier this year, March, April, May, that's kind of a foreshadowing, okay? So if you journal, good on you, gold star for you. You might want to go back and look and see what was going on for you. 3 of Cups, Knight of Wands. I feel like you need to go to parties or to gatherings, the Tower and Justice, some kind of legal thing. All right, Queen of Wands. If you're dealing with, I wouldn't sign any contracts, even marriage contracts or business contracts, until we get out of this Mercury retrograde, until Pluto is in Aquarius. I would kind of, don't push anything. The last degrees of Capricorn are not really a good time to sign contracts. Mercury in retrograde, that's always been the knock on it. And since you have it in the 6th house of your day job, I can honestly say that it will blow up on you if you decide to take a new job right now, or it'll just boomerang out, okay? It just won't stick around. And I feel like there could be, if you are dealing with someone who's a little shady or dealing with someone who's kind of fly by night, you got to be careful. All right. You got to be careful. You got to use your intuition a little bit more here, Leo. Okay. And because I definitely see some drama here. I see you. Okay. But I also see that there could be a lot of partying going on. I mean, it is the holidays. There could be a lot of partying going on at the end of this year that could like boomerang back on you in the early part of next year. Like you could go to some parties and stuff like that and, maybe talk trash about somebody and then it gets back to you. Like just be careful about things boomeranging back. Because Mercury is the messenger, right? Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, which is about communication. You have Gemini in the 11th house, and 11th house is about your friend circles, social circles. So just don't talk about anybody during a party for the rest of this year, okay? And into next year until Pluto moves into Aquarius, until we have Mercury going direct. Like just refrain from that. I feel like that's a good rule of thumb for you right now. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune, new chapter coming in for everybody, but definitely for you. Page of Wands, 8 of Cups, walking away from, I saw this in your astrology. I'll talk about it in the extended. Something about no longer being the scapegoat, no longer being the black sheep of the family. You're moving away from childhood roles, okay? Moving away from childhood roles, but at the same time, embracing your inner child in terms of your daily work needs to be creative and fun, right? Okay. So next coming up, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. So messages coming in here, 4 of Pentacles. I just feel like you need to not spread your money around or not talk about your money if you have money. Don't talk about it with anybody new. Okay. Don't talk about it with your friend circles. Don't be like really having don't be like airing any dirty laundry about family squabbles around money or anything. Just don't do it. Okay. Six of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the outcome is the Lover's card. So you could have a couple of false starts with relationships. You could have had a couple this year, March, April, May, into June. Those were false starts. And I feel like there's going to be someone very important coming in next year. Could be a Gemini, a Sag, a Libra. Okay, Gemini, Sag, Libra. All right, I'm seeing that. And, a Gemini might be a really good choice because there's a fair amount of wanting to do the behind the scenes work in Gemini, even though Gemini is about a communicator, right? There's something about spreadsheets and Excel documents that really gets their fire going. So just FYI, there's something like that, like an air sign, or I don't know about a Sag. That could be more you, the Sag Leo, maybe the Leo energy here with that Queen of Wands. I think this could be romantically that you could be dealing with a water sign or a fire sign. The water sign, maybe closing out. It's like a false start or something that got too heavy, needs to go. Whatever happened this year, I just feel like those were tests, little tests. Okay. You are walking. So I'm getting a couple of cards of walking forward in your life, moving on from situations. I just feel like you're turning over a whole new leaf. This is very much about new chapter. Okay. Totally new chapter coming in. And you'll see that for everybody. I want to ask about that. What's the new chapter? And then I want to look at you're opening your psychic capabilities. Okay. So the new chapter that's coming in, this one jumped out. New chapter that's definitely worth your time and effort. So this is not about going back. I feel like this is a brand new person. I think you have a bunch of false starts here, and it's not about going back. So 10 of Cups, yeah, High Priestess, 9 of Cups. Wow, that's beautiful energy here, Leo. And 3 of Wands. Just wait for it. Okay. Just wait for it. I mean, it's coming in. You don't need to go fishing back with people from the past. I don't think that's it. Okay. What about your psychic capability? This is connected. So there's something about you opening up to that more. Like I almost feel like you don't trust your intuition very much when it comes to relationships. And certainly the work has been 9 to 5 has been an issue. So in 2024, I feel like what you're being called to do, and I'm definitely in alignment with you on this. I'm a Sag, so we're fellow fire signs, is more opening up to our intuition. I am doing a full-on, year-long workshop, but definitely a robust workshop with my Pathfinder group about aligning with intuition. What does it sound like? How can I get rid of self-doubt? It's the crushing energy of ruining every kind of manifestation that I put out there. I think you have a special case here, Leo, that you keep putting out the energy of love and you keep getting back people who are takers or people who are short-term people, fly-by-night people, maybe even in your work. And it's like, okay, wow, we've got to get out of that. All right. So what is it about this opening up to your spiritual gifts in 2024? King of Swords, clarity is the word for 2024. Yep. Look at you. Hermit. Wow. And the High Priestess. So you could be, look at this Devil energy. That's Capricorn. Looking away from that toward Aquarius. 2 of Wands. Looking away from Capricorn and going towards Aquarius. That is what 2024 is all about. And what I mean by that is it's going away from a traditional way of doing things into something that using your intuition is going to be very, very different. I feel like 2024 for Leo is going to be completely, you're not going to recognize your life at the end of 2024. And for the next 20 years, it is going to have radically changed. because the energy of Aquarius is radical transformation. And I feel like this is a good thing. I feel like you've been messing around with the minor leagues here. It's time to really step into your major league life. Okay. So I'm going to continue on with this reading. I will pull cards for each month to see where we go, and I'll go further into your astrology. Okay. All right, Leo, going towards a major league life. I love it. Link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.